Taurus, thank you for stopping by. My name is Stephen. I've been reading tarot for about 20 years and this is my new online channel. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it in your heart to drop a like or subscribe to help me get building and help support me to get going and keep this channel going. So Taurus, what we're going to do today, we're going to do two readings. It's going to split into two parts. The first is going to be finance and career, and the second part is going to be about love and relationships. So let's see how we go. Spirit, what advice do you have for my Taurus babies on their finance and careers? Advice for Taurus on finance and careers. Spirit, advice for Taurus on finance and careers. That one wanted to come out. I'm going to just put it there. Advice on finance and careers. Let's go. Everything's changing, Taurus, in your finance and career, and the way I look at it, it is changing for good. The Tower is the overall energy, and the Tower is telling you that things are going to change so much you won't even recognize what the past was. And in this respect, the way I look at it here, I think that's good news all the way around. Your recent past, Temperance and Ace of Cups. So I kind of feel that your work and career has been influenced by you perhaps starting a new relationship at the same time, and you started to pick up that things are changing on the work front, and maybe not being terribly concerned about it either, because you've got the Temperance card here as well. So whatever you might have seen coming, you've been telling yourself, well, you know, based on what's happened in the past and based on what I can see is going forward, things are going to change. Things are going to change, you know, but I don't think you realize yet how drastically things are changing for you. At the moment, you're in a good space. Something new has started for you. Perhaps you've just got a promotion, or you've just started a new job, or you've started a new project for yourself, and you feel pretty much in control, you know, because that's what Taurus is like to be. Taurus is like to be in control. You know what I'm saying? And I think you're in that space at the moment. What's hidden, because this I call my hidden column here, and what you can't see what's happening. It might even be in your subconscious or stuff that's happening in the background which you're not aware of at the moment. Something big is coming, Taurus. Something much big is coming, and there's money in it. You know, not rich and famous money, but really comfortable money, you know. And the Queen of Coins for me is like in my deck, she's like the mother of the money, you know. She's the one who doles out the money to the deserving children, if you like. And you're being looked at as the deserving child, and I think it's because she's looking very directly at the Taurus guy commanding his chariot and seeing that you're in control and you know what you're doing. So whether you're aware of it or not, this may be your boss recognizing that you have your shit together, and yeah, big things coming. And then the advice cards, Taurus, what the universe wants you to know about the situation is that very soon you're going to start getting messages about what this new big thing is about. Okay, I can't tell you what it's about. I don't know what industry you're in or what you do for yourself, or who you work for, but certainly it may even be an email or a message, but it's going to come in quite quickly, and things are going to start changing really, really quickly for you. And it's telling you to be strong, you know, because there's some hard times coming along, and not hard times in terms of money. I mean hard times in terms of effort, because there's going to be times where you're going to feel that so much responsibility has suddenly been placed on your shoulders that you can't cope with it. But believe me, you can. You know, you're a Taurus, for goodness sake. You can cope. Look how much in control you are in right now, even knowing that things are, you may have an inkling already that things are changing. It may come in the form of a promotion or a new project or just additional responsibilities. So up until this point, up until this advice card, it is what it is, you know. And then anything going forward, even though there's a potential outcome, you have the power to change the potential outcome, Taurus. If you do nothing and you just go with the flow, that's how things are going to work out. So if you want to change that, you have the power of free will to change it. But the way, what the universe is saying in your future, it's going to be difficult. Sometimes you're going to think, why am I doing this? But you have it under control. Even when it feels like you don't have it under control, you do have it under control. You have it in you. You might have to work longer hours or take on responsibilities which you've never had before, but it's certainly going to feel like a huge burden on you, but I promise you, you can handle it. And the reason I say you're going to handle it, because we've got the Page of Battens here, and it's kind of like the result of the messages that the Knight has given you about this new future that's coming for you. The Page of Battens is looking forward, and if you take this on with the strength of a child. Now, when I say child, like a teenager, do you remember when you were a teenager, how invincible you felt? You know, that you were capable of anything. That's the attitude you've got to have. That's the attitude you're going to take. And I think you're right for it. You're ready for this. It's going to be deep end stuff, but if you take it on like a child who thinks he's invincible, you know, you may have some hard times coping sometime, but I promise you have the strength. You see that the Nine of Wands, the guy thinks he's trapped, you know, but he isn't at the end of the day. And this is the kind of escape route at the end of the day, because you have the strength and the invincibility of a teenager right now. I hope that makes sense. And this change is going to be drastic, and it's going to come quicker than you think, you know, looking at this Tower card. But it's a good change. Right, let's get on to your love and relationships. My funny way of shuffling. Be patient with me. They're a really old set of cards, and I like to treat them well. So I don't do that shuffling like some people's I see, and I cringe. Love and relationships for my Taurus babies. Spirit, what advice do we have for love and relationships for our Taurus viewers? Our Taurus viewers, love and relationships. Couple more shuffles. Right, let's go. Taurus, love and relationships. Let's have a look. So, Taurus, I think where you're coming out of, or what you're leaving behind you at the moment is I think you have been thinking about, if you haven't already, breaking off a current relationship because you feel, and maybe you too, that it was a bit one-sided and a bit selfish from one side, and the selfish person in this relationship is causing the other person in this relationship to feel like whatever they do is wrong. You know, whatever they do is wrong, and that's because the other person in this relationship is selfish and self-centered and possibly even narcissistic. I think we are right now, and I think you're still in this relationship, to be honest, and you're trying to convince yourself that staying is the right thing to do because it's the right thing to do, and all you have to do is stand up for yourself a little bit more to make it work. And staying is not always the right thing to do, Taurus. It may be the right thing to do according to people around you who think they know what's going on in your relationship. But I feel that's where you are right now. It's a bit one-sided, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stay because it's the right thing to do, and I'll stand up for myself and defend my relationship to people who might be saying that. You might even do that to me right now. What's going on in the background, what might be hidden from you, I think we've spoken about it already. I think something big is going to change in your life work-wise, okay? And I think it might even be a bit of an improvement on the money side for you, and this may be pertinent to your relationship. I'm just going to pause for a second. Sorry, Taurus, I just had a delivery which I had to attend to. So what I'm saying is, where was I? Yeah, your life is changing at the moment in terms of career, and that may have an effect on how you think about this relationship. So the next column is the advice from the universe, and the universe is kind of coming to you and saying, looking directly at this scenario, like over this whole scenario, and asking you to question yourself and question what your motives are, and look at this Hierophant and look at, is it really worth it just because you feel you have to do it at the end of the day? And the universe is saying that something big can change for you if you just make that decision. If you lift the sword up and take action, things can change for you. If you're unhappy here, Taurus, you need to do something, and nothing will change until you pick up the sword to either cut yourself off or at least take action, some sort of action. And again, up until here, that is what it is. Depending on your action, if things stay as they are or you listen to this advice. The outcome, Queen of Coins. Your career getting better. Perhaps this person's draining your finances. Your money scenario will be better. Okay. There's nothing about love in this outcome here. Okay. Almost like you've cut it off at the end of the day. But it's a much happier scenario because the Queen of Coins is the mother of money. And the mother of money card is like, it's a good feeling. It's not a selfish feeling in terms of money. and it will give you the opportunity for you to look around and see what your options are after that. It will open you up to look forward and look for different horizons when it comes to relationships. Taurus, again, this may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave it by the wayside. But for those that it does resonate, I thank you for staying so long, and I ask you once again to drop a like below, maybe even make a comment. Be interesting to see if this applies to you personally. And I will see you again soon.